Dear student, myself G.U. Patil, I again welcome to all of you for my online lecture series during this lockdown period. Dear student, I have already started unit number 4 and today I have another online lecture for all of you on the same unit. So, the topic of discussion for my today's online lecture is Address Resolution Protocol, that is ARP. So, let's begin with ARP. So, ARP is a procedure for mapping a dynamic internet protocol address, that is IP address, to a permanent physical machine address in a local area network. The physical machine address is also known as Media Access Control, or we can say that MAC addresses. The job of the ARP is essential to translate 32-bit addresses to 48-bit addresses and vice versa. This is necessary because in IP version 4, that is IPv4 protocol, the most of the common level of internet protocol used in today, an IP address is 32 bits long, but MAC addresses are 48 bits long. So now the ARP is a important protocol used to map the dynamic internet protocol address with the permanent physical machine address, that is MAC address, in local area network. That physical machine address we can also call it as a media access control or MAC address. The job of this ARP is essential to translate 32-bit address into 48-bit addresses because while using internet version protocol 4, most of the common IP protocols used in today are 32-bit address. That's why it is necessary to convert that 32-bit addresses into 48-bit addresses because MAC addresses are 48 bits long. So this is about ARP. Now ARP works between two layers of OSI, third layer of OSI model. That is MAC address exists on the second layer, that is data link layer, whereas IP address are exist in third layer, that is network layer. ARP can also be used for over the other LAN technologies such as token ring, fiber distributed data interference, that is FDDI, and IP over the ATM, that is asynchronous transfer machines. So in IPv6, which uses 128-bit addresses, so ARP has been replaced by neighbor discovery protocols for its use. Now let's move towards the address resolution protocol works. So we have particular figure. We have the simple and short model for understanding the working of ARP protocol. So in that LAN network, we have the we have four computers which are connected in the LAN as shown in figure. So out of four computer, one computer is acting as a role of host while sending the particular request to the another computer. That request contain the MAC addresses of that particular machine through the router. So this is the simple and basic diagram to understand the address resolution protocol. Now for understanding, let's go through ARP working. When a new computer joins a LAN, it is assigned a unique IP address to use for identification and communication. When an incoming packet destined for a host machine on a particular LAN arrives at a gateway, the gateway asks the ARP program to find a MAC address that matches with the IP address. A table called as ARP cache maintains the record of each IP address and its corresponding MAC addresses. So during this process, ARP program or ARP having a table that can called as ARP caches, which maintains the record of each IP address and to its corresponding MAC addresses of the different machines on the networks. All operating system in IPv4 Ethernet network keep an ARP cache. Every time a host requests a MAC address in order to send a packet to another host in the LAN, it checks its ARP cache to see if the IP to MAC address translation already exists or not. If it does, then the new ARP request is unnecessary, and if it is not done, which it is not already exist, then the request of new network addresses is sent and the ARP working is start. ARP broadcast a request packet to all the machines the LAN and ask in if any machines how know they using the particular IP addresses. When a machine recognizes the IP address as its own, it sends a reply. So ARP can update the cache for future reference and proceed with the further communication. So host machine that don't know their own IP address can use the reverse address resolution protocol, that is RARP, for discovery purpose. And ARP cache size is limited and is periodically clean of all the entries to free up the space. In fact, address tends to stay in the cache only for few minutes. Frequent update allow other devices in the network to see when a physical host changes their requested IP addresses. In the cleaning process, unused entries are deleted as well as unsuccessful attempt to communicate with the computer that are not currently used or powered on. There are four types of ARP message that may be sent by the ARP protocol. These are identified by four values in the operation field of ARP message. The types of ARP messages are ARP request, that means broadcast and source IP address of the particular requester. And second one is ARP reply, that is unicast to requester and the target. The format of ARP message as shown in the particular figure, that figure is designed with the logical 32-bit addresses along with the different fields are there. Hardware type is there, protocol type is there, header length is there, payload length is there, operation field, that field contain this particular ARP messages, then sender hardware addresses along with the target hardware addresses and target IP addresses also there. So format of an ARP message used to resolve the particular remote MAC hardware addresses, that is HA. Gratuitous ARP. Gratuitous ARP is used when a node, that is end system, has selected an IP address and then wishes to define or to defend its chosen address on the local area network, that is to check no other node is using the same IP address. It can also be used to force the common view of the node's IP address, for example after the IP address has been changed. Use of this is common when an interface is first configured, as the node attempts to clear out any stale caches that might be present in our other host. The node simply sends an ARP request for itself. That is about the gratuitous ARP. Now let's move towards the proxy ARP. Proxy ARP is the name given when the node responds an ARP request on behalf of another node. This is commonly used to redirect the particular traffic sent to the one IP address to the another system. Proxy ARP can also be used to subvert traffic away from the intended recipient. By responding instead of the intended recipient, a node can pretend to be a different node in a network and therefore force traffic directed to the node to be redirected to itself. The node can then view the particular traffic, for example before forwarding this to the originally intended node, or could modify the particular traffic. Improper use of proxy ARP is therefore significant security vulnerability, and some networks therefore implement systems to detect this. Gratuitous ARP can also help to defend the correct IP to the max bindings. So that is about the proxy ARP.